that just seems so dangerous.
I'm under 50. I didn't put myself on my pool.
You're on mine.
You can't use Woody. You said if we use the same one, it cancels out. Neither of us can have Lil Wayne or Woody.
I feel so good about my all-star lineup. I want to use them all.
Well, we're on the subject. We might as well hit it. And you can have Lil Wayne if you want.
Oh, hell yeah. I will take that to the bank. I will take Lil Wayne.
Yeah, Lil Wayne can't hang with my top pick.
And the rules, once again, were nobody who's actively sick, under 50. And those are the only rules we laid out, right?
And they have to be human. I don't know where you're going with this.
I mean, Air Bud is a celebrity, is he not? Air Bud the Seventh, or whatever.
You found some sick old dog or something. It doesn't work.
No, they all have to be people.
But
what is a person?
And just because you don't know them doesn't mean they're not a celebrity. I don't know
about that.
We'll have to. Tucker will be the judge of who is or is not a celebrity. If we go too deep, Tucker will say yes or no.
All right.
Do you want to kick it off?
Yeah.
You're proud of your list, Woody? Hit us with it. What do you got?
Here is my top pick. My number one. This is going to make me as much as $15. Alexei Navalny. He's run against Putin several times to be president. He has 4 million subscribers on YouTube. He has 2 million Twitter followers, and he leads the Russian opposition party against Vladimir Putin. He's my top pick for dying. And he's
under 50?
44.
Ooh.
That's a really good choice.
He's famous enough. Yeah, that's a celebrity.
He's the Russian opposition leader politician. I love this choice.
That's your top one. Who are the rest?
I like Chris Brown. Chris Brown has a history of both drug abuse and mental illness. 6ix9ine, similar type thing. Kanye has severe mental illness issues that are only kept in check by his wife, Kim Kardashian, who's surprisingly sane.
They're getting a divorce.
I know he's on my list, partly for that
but
reason.
Kanye's too rich to die. He's not.
I have considered that as a risk. There are people who need him to make them money, but yeah, this one I think some of you guys might have too. Pete Davidson. Did anyone else pick Pete Davidson?
No. You mentioned you might.
Is that Butthole Eyes?
Yes.
He's SNL.
It's fun. I'll share his. He does look like Butthole. This picture of him, but
he's got butthole eyes.
He has a history of drug abuse and mental illness, which is my under 50 combo.
Is he white? He always looks so dark.
I always assumed he was white. I'm not a. I don't know.
Anyone with a skin tone that dark just really turns me off.
Demi Lovato, she's on my list. A little bit crazy right now. Drugs and mental. Kelly Osbourne, I think she's a quality pick.
Kelly Osbourne, what she?
Drug abuse and mental illness. She's been both in rehab and in a mental institution before. The strong combo. I've done my research on this. Here's 2 long shots. John Jones and Tony Ferguson. So John Jones, right? This guy, very, very healthy. But Tony Ferguson, he's the one we always point out who was an actually crazy person who grabbed his son and jumped the fence because he had heard voices in the walls and stuff. That's Tony Ferguson. John Jones routinely gets in traffic accidents, drinks and drives. He goes. He has these highs and lows. Now, the thing about John is he's hard to kill. So I'm not. If I only had 5 choices, he wouldn't make the cut.
You know what? If John Jones gets paralyzed, that counts. I'm throwing that out there.
He's throwing me a bone. I like it. Yeah, he's also hard to paralyze. This guy.
He's a young, fit athlete. If he gets paralyzed, and unless a police officer shoots him, that doesn't count.
Wait, so you're making unilateral decisions about now it's not a death pool, it's a death or serious injury pool.
Only in the case of Mr. Indestructible.
He's going after like a 6'4", incredibly fit, top of his game athlete and saying that guy, it's a ridiculous
He
pick,
got into
frankly.
a traffic accident with a woman and her arm broke. How hurt was John Jones? He starts running laps around the accident to go get things from his car before he does his hit and run.
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
He was fleeing the scene to hide his cocaine.
He fled the scene and then he ran back to the scene to get whatever cocaine is a good guess. It might have been pot. And then he left the scene again.
It was cocaine. It was in his system. Look, I'll argue with you. I'll argue with you to the end of days on the steroids thing because it's iffy to me. But he was definitely high on cocaine when he hit that pregnant woman and broke her arm.
He stole Chael Sonnen's record for most steroids in his system simultaneously in a USADA test.
Don't think that's true.
Good.
Hey, you know what? Though,
Chael said it. He wouldn't lie.
If you were to get paralyzed in a car accident or something, that does not count.
That's how I expect him to die.
Shooting.
Car accidents are one of my leading causes of John Jones' death.
All right,
That's what it takes. That's what
I'll
it would
give you
take.
John
He's
Jones,
been in
but
2 DWIs.
I will not pay out unless someone dies.
Okay.
Fine.
I'll keep going. Alex Hinault. I mentioned him before. He's the guy that free soloed El Capitan, something like that.
Yep.
You guys would probably know him if you saw him. He's famous enough. Another guy, Kodak Black. I'm barely familiar with this.
Kodak Black isn't gonna die, dude. He's in jail right now.
Oh yes, that helps with your. I don't assure him.
He's a rapper in prison. He's gonna be fine. He's popular, probably.
He's a rapper in prison, and apparently all the Broward County rappers are good choices for death pools.
Yeah, Woody, go to Kodak Black's Wikipedia page, his entry, and it says under children, greater than or equal to 1. I've never seen a greater than.
Why is his offspring an algebra problem?
Well, he has at least one child. It could be 10, could be 2, we don't know, or just 1.
Tucker might be more up to speed on this thing, but apparently Broward County rappers are a good choice in general.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not super into rap in general, but yeah, I mean, that specific group, I guess that specific area is pretty tough. It'd be like saying Baltimore City rappers are probably prone to die, which is also very true. And also, you should look into Freddie because you guys asked who would you go for? Mm-hmm. The only person that came into mind would be Freddie Gibbs, who got shot at and escaped and then went to jail, and now he's out of jail, I think, and he's a rapper too.
Okay. And he's 38. This is strong. Yeah. I only have one more, and she's definitely famous enough. Miley Cyrus, in and out of rehab, drug problems, and goes a little crazy from time to time. And she said she was currently struggling with going crazy during the pandemic.
Can I just say that I think that it is infinitely more interesting for a death pool to end on,
under 50.
So morbid, but under 50, but also I don't necessarily find betting on gang violence as the more the better. It's more probable, but it would be more interesting if Miley passed away in this than somebody who had a long history with gang violence and was targeted for something. You know what I mean?
All right, so I get my list here.
Okay, go ahead. I'll round
Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden.
He's 50.
I feel like he knows too much.
Is he under 50?
On the nose.
He is 50. It's 50 or under, right?
I don't know. I don't remember what we said. Last time I said
I'll allow it to Kyle 1 because of that guy, but we did say 50 and under, so that's fair.
50 and under, I thought.
Oh, 50 and under. Okay.
Yeah.
All
You're
right.
I feel like he knows too much. Maybe he gets a cyanide pill from somebody, or maybe a mysterious car accident.
Crack, doesn't he? I thought that was going to be.
He hasn't smoked crack in some period of time, Taylor.
I like those were the best pictures of him taking a selfie with a crack pipe in his mouth. Imagine that level of yeah, I'm fucking untouchable. My dad's gonna be the president.
Who are you sending it to? That's my question. What friend do you have? If you're smoking weed and you send a picture of you smoking weed with a bong, I might be sick, dude. But if you smoke, if you're doing crack, I'm gonna be who's the market audience for this?
There's a whole group text of politicians' kids. He's sending it to Malia Obama and Chelsea Clinton and Meghan McCain, and they're
y'all are pussies. Do crack with me.
Yeah,
Meghan McCain's got a syringe in her arm. She's a pussy.
No, she's just a picture of her at Burger King again.
People give Hunter Biden a hard time, but dude, he is the Charlie Sheen of presidential children.
Cutting him close. I figure that's the way to go. DMX DMX.
Fuck,
Hey,
he was on my list.
up too late. Should have went first. DMX. I gave you Lil Wayne. DMX.
Because you
is
wanted
mine.
DMX. I wanted DMX.
I'll trade.
No.
That's funny.
I didn't think so. Nobody's trading Lil Wayne for DMX.
Damn it.
So
Okay.
why is DMX a good pick?
Young-ish black man in America. I just and he's appropriate aged celebrity. I don't know. I just feel like he's in that rap game, and he could easily be shot on the street or have some sort of drug issue or be running with the wrong crowd. Just a lot of stereotypes that I'm just compounding together here to say DMX.
Roger that.
Chris Jericho, the wrestler, our former wrestler.
He's having a tough go of it.
What's wrong with him?
Well, he's getting outside of being like vocally right wing and like COVID denier and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like this is a guy not wearing his mask. He's got a long history of steroid abuse, not just use. And maybe he's got a weak heart, and he's not wearing his mask. A little bit of COVID pushes him over the edge. Chris Jericho.
Ex-wrestler, that's a great pick. Ex-wrestlers die like even earlier than ex-football players.
Yeah, from CTE, battered body, drug abuse over the years. Good choice, I thought.
That's a good one.
And this one, I think she might even be under 30. I needed to double check that. But Snooki from Jersey Shore.
Is she having a hard time?
She is not under. There's no way she's.
When is she not having a hard time? There's no way she's prospering in life.
Snooki is 33. Oh,
yeah.
I thought she was way older than me.
Exactly. That's why I think she's a strong choice. And she is my youngest pick by far. And I'm guessing she'll be the youngest pick in the game.
It definitely is.
Yeah, at 33 years old, but 33, but looking 45. That's how you know she's a strong choice.
Yeah, and I don't think. Does she have anything going on right now? Like successfully? Because I haven't heard of any. Like, you hear about like DJ Pauly D and some shit from time to time, but I've heard nothing about Snooki.
Pauly Shore has more going on than Snooki right now. That's another reason why I think she's a good contender. Suicide counts.
Ooh, Pauly Shore could pick.
Oh, I didn't pick Pauly Shore. That's the end of my list. It's Snooki.
Okay.
She was on Celebrity Family Feud.
By the way, that's 6. By the way, I just picked 6. I don't know if that's allowed. I will deduct if I need to deduct one, then I will cut Snooki.
I like the idea of going to Snook. I'm sorry, going to 6.
Oh, sure.
If Taylor has enough.
Going to Snook.
I had 6, but DMX was one of them. So my number 1, I put, and I took the tactic, all men. Men die earlier.
And they make bad decisions.
Yes, and they make more reckless decisions.
That's
so
true.
Number 1, I put Ben Affleck. History with alcoholism. He's been to rehab a bunch.
Under 50 for sure.
Under 50.
How old is he? He's like on the other side of 40, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, he and Matt Damon like in their mid 40s.
Oh, okay.
I think, right? I didn't even look up how old he was because I was convinced he was under 50. He's 48. Okay, cool. Good. I'm glad he is. Lil Wayne, obviously. I think that's my ringer pick. Lil Wayne is going to be, I'm going to live and die by Wayne in this competition.
None of you guys can hang with someone who actively opposes Putin.
Number 4, I just looked up a guy and I just found out that he's not allowed. I just looked up former football players with severe CTE. and it was like a huge list. And I was like clicking through them all, and I was like, oh no, I need to go to living football players. So I scrolled down the huge list and found a smaller list, and I found a guy named Steve Gleason. And I thought he was just regular paralyzed, but it turns out he has MS. I just found that out about 3 minutes ago. I went by the photo on the Wikipedia page. I assumed it was a bad tackle or something. I didn't look. So I got him. Travis Pastrana is another one. He's a professional stunt guy.
Yeah, that's a fun choice.
Fantastic, though.
Jumps out at he's great at it, but it only takes once. You know, Evel Knievel said that, or he would have.
Did he die of cancer, though?
No. Punched in the stomach or something.
No, that's Houdini.
Oh, whatever. Some guy.
You pulled a Woody somehow.
All right, whatever. I don't know. And then this one, Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Oh,
46 years old. And then where was my other guy?
I don't know
that's
much
really
about Alex Jones, but I would bet he has high blood pressure.
Oh, That guy is high.
with all that broth he's drinking.
And he's always red.
He's always yelling.
Thick and he's yelling. He's got hypertension written all over
He's
him.
not.
Yeah.
He's kind of fit though. Have you seen him shirtless?
He's a barrel.
He's a strong looking man.
There's a lot of muscle on that frame.
Yes, and I've seen him shirtless. I have a suspicion, my own conspiracy theory, that's his best recent day. Like, if he took his shirt off right now, he wouldn't look as good as
He
that
didn't
day.
hit up an all-you-can-eat buffet and then go post shirtless or anything. I agree with you there.
So I think it's
Like
a flattering look at him. But
Yeah.
Also, have you seen him young?
He's shredded when he's young.
Yeah,
It's
Alex
weird.
Jones was he had a great physique.
He looks like a different person.
I'll try
like
to
his
find a
head is
picture.
half the size. Yeah, look it up. You will be surprised at what Alex Jones looks like young.
He looks like the Russian boxer in Rocky.
Oh wow! What the fuck? He does.
You never saw that? He looks really good.
He was
does look a little bit like-
fucking Ivan Dragoff
Yeah,
or whatever.
right? How did he go from that to
Fat. Yeah. Well, it came down to eating and over drinking mostly.
Yeah,
That would be my guess. But,
he's
like,
actually
he's fat. He takes a bunch of supplements that are absolutely not approved by anyone other than him. And so that's I think Alex Jones is a good one. My other one, and this is the youngest one probably on the list if you dropped Snooki, Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill is morbidly obese, and he also does something that's even worse than just being morbidly obese, which is constant up, down, up, down, up, down of your weight in a severe way. That's really dangerous for you. Like, you're not supposed to go from 400 pounds to 180 pounds to 420 pounds to 200 pounds to 380 pounds. Like, you're not supposed to do that. That's super bad for you. So Jonah Hill is my young pick.
Is he fat again?
He fat now? Yeah.
Because
What day of the week is it?
I'm not
Alright, well, I'm
saying
gonna
you're
go to his
wrong, just that
Instagram.
I'm
I'm
out
going
of
to his
touch, maybe,
Instagram.
because I thought he got thin.
His Instagram post from November 20th, he looks, he's got bow knees. I hate his.
Let me go.
Can you share a link? I'm not good at Instagram.
Sure, here.
Boomerang here.
Sorry, I just saw it. They're like so cocky. It's like, when you see those girls, or I mean, whomever standing like awkwardly waiting to order coffee, and you're like, what the fuck?
They're like bow-legged.
Yeah, look at him.
Oh, what's he doing?
Here he is in a wetsuit, like
That's
Right,
like
so you
the
can't
beginning.
lie.
That's
So
like
he's not-
a
Oh,
freeze
wow.
frame of like the beginning of a building implosion, like when the bottom part starts going up.
Yeah, so he's not fat, right? He's not fit, but he's not fat, I would say.
He's also
So-
effectively wearing a condom. Like, you split that open and he's going to burst out of there.
So I've worn
Sausage.
wetsuits. I probably a lot more than anyone else here, and they're not flattering. They don't. Yeah, they just show what you got, really. And he's wider at the hips than he is at the shoulders, nearly.
Yeah, that's not good. But my
Yeah.
main thing was that he's fat and that yo-yo dieting, very dangerous.
I think they wanted him to play the Penguin in the new Batman, and he turned it down.
He'd be a good penguin. I like him as an actor. Jonah Hill's
No,
really good.
fucking bring Danny DeVito back. He can still be the Penguin.
DeVito?
You changed my mind already.
He was the Penguin last time.
I do know that, but
Makeup.
I don't
Like, it's
remember
not
how
like the-
good he was as the Penguin.
Incredible.
Okay,
He was
here's
so
what I
good.
remembered. That was the joke lame Batman period to me, right? That was like, Arnold Schwarzenegger as Iceman or whatever the fuck he was.
No, that's before it. This is Tim Burton Batman. This is Batman 2 that had the Penguin in it. This was the Batman that was so dark that Warner Brothers was like, we can't sell toys, guys. This isn't working. And they fired Tim Burton, and then they went to silly Batman. Batman and Batman Returns are both dark as fuck Tim Burton Batman.
I need to look again then. Yeah, okay. I don't know. My my mouth is not working, but my mind is open.
You smell toast?
They were like the kid. They were in like some meeting, and they're like, "What's the black stuff coming out of the penguin's mouth?" And they're like, "It's blood." We can't sell toys that bleed. What are you doing? Like, he's walking around smoking, murdering people, and just.
I made it black, like orc blood. It's
Yeah.
fine.
You would think that would work. Yeah, it's penguin blood. It's black.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? I don't think
No,
that's
no.
a thing.
They just in movies where they want to be able to get away with a lower rating, they make blood black instead of red. Yeah.
Okay, so
what is it?
Taylor-
Patriot did that.
Do your list super quick and then carry on. Recap.
No, I did Ben Affleck, Lil Wayne, Travis Pastrana, Alex Jones, and Jonah Hill.
Okay, then you
Were my
finished.
five. Yep. Yep.
And you only had 5. So
I
I
only
need
have 5.
to
I can
narrow
pick
it
another one
down.
real quick. I can pick another one.
Yeah. All right.
Fattest celebrities under 50.
Is Hillary Duff in a tough spot?
How
You
could
know
she
what?
be? She looked
You
really
gotta,
good last time I saw her.
I think going after defunct Disney stars is a really good play, given how
Justin
many of them
Bieber.
turned to porn. I don't think he's gonna die.
This is a terrible article. Aretha Franklin's dead.
And far over 50.
Worst off Disney stars.
Success.
17 who have been arrested. This is what you want to see.
Who was that guy from Saved by the Bell that did the porno? Was it he had some silly name. What was his? Screech or something? What was his fucking name?
Wait, why not go after Shia LaBeouf?
Saved by the Bell porn videos. This is a whole
Oh, there's more than one.
Pornhub
I never got
genre.
into that show.
Me either. It was before my time.
Orlando Brown from That's So Raven got arrested for DUI, domestic battery, felony drug possession, was captured by bounty hunters in 2018,
That's pretty cool.
and then also arrested for burglary. That
Man,
seems like
I
a
wish
safe one.
I wish I could have been there was a point where I had to surrender to the U.S. Marshals, and I was like, man, it'd be a better headline if I had to surrender to bounty hunters. Like, I wish we could do that.
All right, my last pick. I pick Jorge Garcia, the guy who played the fat guy in Lost.
Oh, he's still alive?
Strong pick and under 50, huh?
I
Kyle,
never saw Lost.
it was Screech, and his real name is Dustin Diamond.
Dustin Diamond. How could that be his
It's like
real
he
name?
had a porn name already.
Yeah.
Why did you choose Garcia?
Because he was the fattest person under 50 I could find.
I do like the pick.
I mean,
All right.
that was the
That's a
tactic.
solid idea.
Yeah, what am I going to do? That guy looks like he does heroin. Like, I don't know how to.
I'll write it down. And Taylor, can you give me your list slowly enough for me to type?
Yeah. Ben Affleck.
You know
Lil
who you could have.
Wayne.
Sorry.
Wait, again?
Lil Wayne.
Uh-huh.
Travis Pastrana. Alex Jones. Jonah Hill. And Jorge Garcia.
All right.
Kyle?
Yeah, let me pull it up real quick. I've got it close by.
Sorry, Tucker. Were you...
No.
Yeah.
Get it done because I don't want. This is great though.
Hunter Biden,
Ooh, I like that.
That is a solid pick.
Melissa McCarthy,
Your passion project.
my passion project. I'd do it myself if I could. Queen Latifah, DMX. Don't know his real name. Chris Jericho, and Snooki.
Okay, and for the record, I'm going with Alex Nelvani, or Alexi Nelvani.
That's a great pick. I think.
I really feel good about him.
If we were doing a most likely to be poisoned contest, I wouldn't even allow that one.
He's already partially played.
I should have just picked a list of South African leaders or South American leaders that we're going to just depose anyway in the next 4 years.
All right, Chris Brown, Alex Honnold. I went with Kanye. I actually think he's just a lot of fun. You know, if he dies, it'll be a huge celebration of my prediction there. Kelly Osbourne, she's just a wreck. Pete Davidson, he goes in and out of being a wreck.
Butthole eyes.
Getting
He does have
creative
odd
with
eyes.
this.
That's an early warning sign of death.
And that's
You
6.
develop butthole eyes.
Early warning sign of not being funny.
That too. I hate him.
I don't know anything about him. I was just being a dick.
He's just he's one of those people on SNL that's just like always fucking breaking character and laughing, and it's like you're not Jimmy Fallon. Shut the fuck up.
So I got a little creative with some of these spellings.
Yeah, fuck you.
This should be 90% right. But here's the list, everyone, on our screens. All right.
Boom.
Excellent. All right, now
Wait, hold on.
Hold on,
Before
let's
we,
take a
I,
minute on
so I just remembered one person who should have been chosen. Goldberg from the Mighty Ducks, age 42, caught for doing meth, and I just sent it in for the 900th time. That guy is dying.
Wait, did you know he's turned it around?
For how long?
Good question.
Yeah, see,
Solid.
that was my
I hear
question
you.
too.
I hear
God
you.
damn it, that was a good pick.
Oh, I like it. We don't know his
What's the
real
name of
right?
What's the name of Aladdin's helper monkey?
Oh no!
Because that's what he looks like in the right frame of that picture. Doesn't he look like Aladdin's helper? Yeah.
It's a boo.
A boo? Yeah. It looks exactly like a boo. It even looks like he's chewing.
Image.
Yeah. Oh man, that sucks.
It's funny you mentioned that because the picture on the left is the current one.
Really?
I guess everyone knew that. Oh, maybe not then.
I
Yeah,
did not
yeah.
know that.
So that's an after and before. They just kind of have him in the wrong order. But he got
That's good.
he got
Wow, he
straight.
looks
He has
way
new
better.
teeth. Yeah, yeah.
for
Nobody's ever had their photo taken in front of a cinder block wall for a good reason.
That is true.
I promise.
Go to the historic cinder block walls of.
No, that is not a vacation pic. When you got a cinder block wall behind you for a photograph, it's never a good day for
He's
you.
just cutting and
Certainly
bulking.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the most important part: what is the bet? How does the betting work? What if there are multiple deaths? How much money is on the line?
I'll start it. I'm going to say everyone ponies up $10. It ends when the first person dies.
Yeah, I was going to say usually the death pool is just first person dies. And because it's under 50, we don't want it should just be one person.
Oh, yeah. We shouldn't wait for like someone
Yeah,
to get 3 out of 5. That could take
We will
20
never
years.
have another death pool if we wait for more than one. We may
That's
never have
cool.
another one with this list.
Okay, so $10 each.
Sure.
All right, sounds good. I have some breaking news.
What?
Breaking.
Breaking. Is marijuana legal everywhere?
Then I don't
DMX
care.
is dead.
Wait,
Nuh-uh.
really?
No.
No
God
way.
Damn it.
The boys just
Wait,
hit me
I
up
don't
on
see anything
WhatsApp.
on Twitter. Is this
Nuh-uh.
that breaking that you're giving me breaking? I have TweetDeck open. I thought I would see.
Yeah, I opened
So you
up-
want to go to Lunel's Twitter? She's his friend,
Yeah, he's-
LUENELL, and she said it is over. Frowny face. My friend is gone. Crying face. Soar with the birds. Bird emoji. Join the best that ever did it. Rip. ... DMX.
Where do we know what? Not that I mean this is morbid, but do we know what he overdosed on, or like was it an accidental over? I mean, all overdoses are most overdoses are accidental, but like was it like Fenty laced, or was it like I did too much?
Haven't
I guess
heard.
maybe this is me splitting hairs, but I want to know if he did it on purpose or if it was accidental. Maybe that's
I mean, I'd always like to know. Just like this Tiger Woods thing that just happened, it was kind of interesting to
that
find out.
shit
that he
is why I didn't
he was
even know about
fucking
it.
flying.
Well, I didn't even know about it until last night, where it was trending, where like the results came in, and I was like, I didn't even know Tiger Woods had run into anything, and then he's doing 80 and a 45, and I'm like, oh, like Tiger was
flying. Yeah.
The man
Tiger
was in a
kinda
hurry.
going through it, yeah, to go to a Discovery shoot, like a Discovery TV, I think is where he was going to.
Well,
Huh. Well, maybe he was late. Was he on anything? Was he on?
Well, that's what they've admitted. There's no details on if he was on anything or if anything was in influence. It was just that he was going over that amount. And then I think whatever the local group was said, like, we admit some other things due to the privacy of the situation, which would imply to me, bro, you're not going twice the speed limit, not on something. Like, you're just not.
Nah,
I'm
I've
never.
done that lots of times.
me
Did he fall
too.
asleep?
80 and a 40? 80 and a 40?
When I was
80
in
and a
high
40
school,
is fucked up. 80 and a
Double
40
the
is
speed limit was my, like, I don't know. Like, if I wasn't doing that, I was a pussy.
That's
so
too
70
fast.
and a
That's-
35, 110 and a 55. Like, those were.
I don't believe you. You're speaking in a weird
not only
way.
is it
There's
true,
no way.
but it was on a motorcycle.
All right, maybe I feel more safe about that. There's nobody that's like
Yeah, that's safer.
It's not safer. Like the double yellow line, I would just thought that was the motorcycle lane. I would just zip on that all the time.
So,
Like you're
if
not dead.
DMX is indeed dead, do we do a new death pool next week?
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
new
you've
names,
won.
or do I just add a name to my list?
I mean, I had some good ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually-
I actually feel pretty good.
I'll
about
just
mine.
add a name to my list. How about that? That
You know,
seems
I
easy.
think we should have the opportunity to recast, and you know,
opportunity. Yeah,
you
yeah,
get
yeah.
first
So-
choice
so
on your own picks.
There you
Under
go.
50?
Good call. Good call. You get to keep. So we get first pick to our own picks. Like nobody pick anybody else's people, and you can shuffle if you want or keep if you want. So you could do a whole new bunch if you wanted, or you could just keep your full list if you wanted. Whatever. Fair enough.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot.
Because you don't want to lose Alexei gonna die in prison.
Yeah, and I
Cough.
secretly love Alex Honnold as a pick. Any
Me
day,
too.
man. I like him.
I'm not going to give up the fact from Lost. He's a ticking time
He's a
bomb.
winner. He's a winner. I say it all the time. Oh, every week. Fat people die quickly, right? They just they turn off. Oh, skinny people wither away. Fat people snap, man. They just cardiac.
That's true. That is,
You get to,
that
like,
is true.
It's like maybe like early 80s is where it's like, man, none of these people are fat anymore. And if they are, it's like an outlier.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Dude, there are. I'm convinced me I'm wrong. 1965, there were very few fat people. I'm looking around, watching all these documentaries. Right, there's fat people, but there ain't like.
oh
Seems
no,
like so
like
many of the
the
guys
boys.
so many of the guys were in Nam. You know, like I don't know. For me, it just seems like everybody's mobilized, everybody's getting in shape, everybody's working hard. There's so many jobs to go around because so many of the working men are overseas. Like, seems like a good time for physical
Was Nam in
fitness.
1965? Am I an idiot?
yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was-
It's when it started,
Okay.
give or take.
It ended in
Yeah, I may be
73.
off by a year, but roughly, yeah.
Okay.
You think that they were more fit because of Vietnam?
Yeah, I think so. I think you had like a huge amount of the American men that are in fighting age, like either in training or about to go into training.
Maybe who
or,
wouldn't have trained otherwise got drafted.
Maybe.
might play-
How much? Maybe this is super out of pocket, but like, how many? What was the percentage of people that were of draft age? How many of them were actually drafted and then put into actual military training?
Very small percentage.
Right? Was it 50% or was it closer to 10 or was it more than 80? Like, I don't know how many of those military ready people actually went through the motions and went through that, because if it was a small amount,
Yeah, I mean, my guess, like, fitness thing would be like overall diet change since then. Also, like, social stigma. Like, if you were a big fat fuck back then, like, people were gonna call you a big fat. It would be like being in China or most countries today, other than like Western countries.
So
But like now, it's like there's no, I guess, social pressure,
like,
or there's
almost
less
3 million served.
yeah, so
What-
about
yeah, but I'm
10% of that generation served. Now you asked how many
Really?
were drafted, so that doesn't answer that.
well, maybe
lot of
my
them were
question was how
volunteers.
many people were involved in it, because if it was only like 10%, that still is way less than I was growing up being implied, right? Like, I was implied that everyone from that generation in some way had a hand in it, right?
Not my dad. We were just talking about that the other night. I went to go visit
Really?
him, and we were watching Forrest Gump, and you know it's awful. It's the Vietnam part, and it's pretty rough. You know, when Lieutenant Dan gets his legs blown off and everything, and I
So
was
rough,
like,
he has to carry him.
I was like, you were in that draft lottery. He's like, yeah. We checked the newspaper like whenever it was. Like, I don't know if it was weekly or whatever, but you check the newspaper to see if you were drafted. It's like, fuck. Lucky you weren't, I guess. I think
Yeah.
I'm probably lucky that you weren't. I wouldn't be here either.
Yeah.
I thought
wild.
snow day was high stakes. Waking up, watching, hoping your school scrolls by on the TV.
That really was. Kids these days get text notifications, but there was nothing better than waking up at 5:45 a.m. and then like running down to your fucking rabbit ears TV and you're like, scroll. I got to check this one specific channel because they may have updated prior to the other local channel. And you're switching between the two, like, waiting for F.
Damn it, you just got past my letter. I have to wait for the whole thing.
I never really thought about it, but South Valley Elementary is alphabetically disadvantaged. We're way at the back of this list.
South Valley South Valley.
As a Woodworth, you were used to that, though.
That's true. I actually think that part of the reason I performed poorly in school is I sat in the back of almost every class. Every teacher would alphabetize the kids, and I was in the back corner. If I wasn't the last alphabetically, then I'd be the second last. Like I was right
Yeah.
there. And there were a lot of like Watsons and Williams, and going WO is different than WA. Like there could be 3 kids in front of you.
That's true. WO? Oh, I'm not in WA land. I'm 5 East now.
Yeah, it makes a difference. Like people think like Watson's at the end of the alphabet. Fucking rookies. Like Woodworth. I would be.
So meanwhile, some poor Polish guy named like Zizinski.
Dude, Z names are not common. Like in my whole high school, we had like 350 kids in my class, right? So 4 times that for the high school, but this is my class. And I think I was like 5th from the back. Like it was really towards the end. So.
Do you ever like wake up and you're just like, I'm so glad I'm not in school anymore?
Yes.
Oh yeah. It's awesome.
Because I get those nightmares of being like so unprepared that you can't catch up. Like, oh my God, I'm past midterms and I didn't realize I was supposed to be attending this. And that, dude, maybe school's too traumatizing, right? If I'm at 48 years old having nightmares about not keeping up with my classwork, maybe they fuck me up a little too much.
I agree. I have the same kinds of nightmares, dude.
Yeah,
like it's like this. We went a little too hard, I think.
Why would you guys have those nightmares? Neither of you cared about school.
Right. I cared enough that it was scary.
I guess I did. Maybe you don't have nightmares because you didn't fail like we did. I don't know how Kyle did, but
I failed a lot.
I had some really bad grades. Maybe you just don't understand how hard it is to suck.
maybe I was too stressed. I kept doing my work.
Every
well, that's
adult
one
human
reaction to stress.
every adult human has has some sort of like reoccurring nightmare, and I do still have my high school nightmares have been like, oh, I didn't do enough studying and I'm gonna fail this. But my personal one that happens way more often is I am in an airport terminal and I'm going to my gate, and I get there and the gate has been changed and I now have to find my way back. I have never missed a flight in my entire life, right?
I've had that actually happen.
Hundreds of flights. And I've also had this happen, but like my irrational fear apparently when I'm asleep is you landed, you got 13 minutes to go across 4.5 miles of Charlotte International Airport, merged with Chicago O'Hare, and then we've got a little bit of Phoenix in there, and there's no walkways. And it's like
it's super stressful. Yeah, I've done that before where like I finally got to my gate and I've been sitting there for a while, and I'm like, I just happened to like look at my ticket, and
there's
I'm
not
like,
enough people there, yeah.
Worse. I'm like, oh no, I'm supposed to be at S13 and I'm at A13.
Oh, you're on the other side.
That's why there's no one here.
Yeah.
Charlotte, I'm going to Vegas.
Yeah.
And you just got to get up and start fucking moving because the plane's taking off in 8 minutes.
Yeah.
That is my least favorite thing, is not having enough time to connect. I stressed the hell out of my girlfriend like a year ago. We were trying to catch a flight like out of Florida back home, and like she doesn't really travel that much, just from her work or anything. And so like I'm like kind of I travel a good bit, and so I'm like we got
You're the guy. You're the man.
We gotta get hustling. We gotta get moving. Like we're here. We need to be, look at this diagram, like fucking full C, like on the other side of this. And like by the end, she's like, stop running, I'm dropping things. I'm like, we gotta go. We gotta go. I'm like, I'm running back and grabbing the bags from her. You just have to follow me. And I'm just like bumping past people, being
the bullets
rude.
are whizzing by.
Yeah,
you're like
whizzing by me. I'm ducking, everything slow motion, Saving Private Ryan. And I'm like turning and I'm like, at this point, almost rudely, like going through people, like wading through the swamp because you have to. Like my flight's boarding it or leaving in 8 minutes. You guys are walking lackadaisically, so I need to do this. Yeah. And like then I look back, and she like isn't assertive enough to like go through. And
she's not a salmon. She can't swim upstream. Yeah.
So I have to run back and blow an even bigger hole in the crowd for her to follow back. We made
get on my shoulders.
So, there's the other time we were. This is a different trip. We were in I had like a end of vacation, eating like shit, tons of seafood. I think the evening before, I was eating raw oysters, and I've been taking the saltine, putting the raw oyster on there, lemon juice, hot sauce, and I we were sitting there last night at this place, and I ate 4 orders of them by myself. And so, like, because I was like, I live in Missouri, I'm not going to get this opportunity again. I'm going to go balls to the wall here. And so I'd eat nothing but seafood and beer for 5 days. And like, I'm standing in line, and we're in like Group B, and like Group A's boarding, and I'm like, babe, I'm going to shit my pants. And she's like, you don't have time now. And I'm like, I'm making time. And so like, I run to the bathroom there. Thank God there was one only like 50 yards away from that area. And so like, or no, it was A was about to board. We were in the middle of B, and I sprint over there and I fire out the foulest abomination of seafood shit. Like immediately, like it was like a, flashbang, a gas bomb, where like everybody in the bathroom must be able to smell it. Just,
and it felt like a demon had left your body. You feel so much better.
Oh, I was just releasing it, and I just heard like the whoa. All the souls of those oysters are leaving, and like it was one of those shits where like I got 80% of my shit out, and I was like, that's gonna have to do, and then just wash my hands, run back, and it's like as they're like calling our boarding group, it was like Ocean's 11, like barely made it back in, and I was able to like walk on the plane. By the time I got off the plane again, I had to use another bathroom because you shouldn't eat 20 oysters in one dinner.
No.
You shouldn't.
I've done that before though. Like sometimes we'll go to dinner and I'll be like, oh, oysters, huh? Yeah, let's all get a dozen oysters. And I'm like looking at the group, and everybody's just like, yeah, I don't eat oysters. Yeah, me either. Those things are gross. And I'm like, I just ordered a dozen oysters. They're $4 a piece. I guess I'm eating a dozen oysters.
They're one of those weird things where I hated them until somebody told me I didn't have to chew them. Right? Like, and then I was like, oh, you can just swallow them whole and they taste great. They're just good salty.
I chew them
little...
up.
Oh, I like chewing them all up. Because then you get to taste the mushed up cracker and all the Tabasco and all the lemon juice and all that.
No,
mix.
you can taste.
I don't even use the cracker.
Oh my god!
Well, you need that nice foundation for everything.
I get them on the little
DMX
seafood
is
fork.
really dead.
He's dead.
Get them on the little seafood fork. Maybe put some cocktail sauce or some hot sauce on there. And it's down. It's down. Love it.
How did you confirm DMX was dead?
Zach, I just clicked on I just searched DMX and then hit the Twitter button, and I saw 14,000 tweets loaded within the last 10 minutes, and I was like, DMX is dead. This, and even here's my safety net. Even if he wasn't dead, you don't come back from being brain dead to being normal.
God works in mysterious ways. All right.
Not this time.
Yeah.
Not this time, DMX.
Time. Through prayer, anything is possible.
Saint,
so why don't you jot that down, Tucker?
It's just Saint just tweeted.
Somebody should have prayed a little harder for DMX, I guess. Or maybe they just prayed extra hard for me.
You're the reason. Your prayers outweighed the final redemption.
Yeah, there were a lot of people praying for DMX, but not quite so many praying for me that I would win the death pool. And so God was
I think we should honorarily play the DMX Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer edit that is on Spotify.
Why do I feel like that's a copyright claim?
It is.
Yeah.
I don't.
I bet there's
I'm on the DMX news, and all they say is things look bad. Like no one is confirmed his death.
Oh, you're talking
real
about
bad.
Reddit?
He hasn't breathed in 45 minutes.
Look, I'm not giving up this. Is it $5 or $10?
It's $500.
$10,000.
I think it was $10,000.
If you want to know how influential DMX is, his Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer edit has 10 million streams since 2020.
Oh,
nice.
That's pretty wild.
I don't know if
there's already comments in all his videos. R.I.P.
Hell yeah, get in there early, boys.
Get all those points.
Yep.
All those YouTube comment points. He was the best. R.I.P.
Not really.
Gone
he had like the one song, right?
I was just saying what comments I'm seeing.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm just disputing what that person said. I know the one song, and he also barked a lot.
His Wikipedia says he's still alive.
Well,
Oh my God,
Wikipedia,
I hate
my
y'all.
goodness.
Well, let me fix
I
that
hate
real
y'all.
quick.
He's definitely dead. He's definitely dead. This isn't a ruse.
There's nothing that says he's dead aside from Twitter.
It says RIP on Twitter.
Everyone's watching this on Saturday.
Wait,
I'll
Woody,
just start
Woody, I'll
tacking
bet
on
you
Vic.
$20 right now he's dead. Woody, $20.
No, thank you. This is
All
one
right,
of the.
so then why are you not
Don't want to throw bad
accepting
money after
the
good.
new media of Twitter as the TMZ breaking news?
I'll admit you're 99% right. That's just not enough to get me to part with $10.
This many people
Jesus
on the
Christ.
internet can't be wrong.
Man,
Now it says RIP DMX and rest in peace DMX. So many people tweeting that it's got 2 hashtags. So
Yeah, Woody,
think
he's
you know.
dead.
he's definitely
we
dead.
got him again.
I mean, you're on a 2-win streak, right? I think so. I think you're on a good one.
Oh yeah.
Here's a person that apologized for tweeting that DMX had died 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
Everybody gave me
gonna-
shit too when I said DMX was dead 2 days ago. Well, who's laughing now?
That's so fucked up.
Have a whole account that just preempts 6 celebrity deaths, and you get indignant when. Well, I was right.
Arnold Schwartz, rest in peace, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Everybody's like, "What is wrong with you?" 8 years from now, you're like, "I told you, I told you."
Rest in peace, Betty White. Oh, I missed it. Oh, oh, it actually happened. That could happen any minute.
Any second, I hope. She's lost the fucking plot.
That's why she's not allowed as a pick, obviously.
Yep. Unfortunately,
Is she the oldest celebrity that's still alive?
Clint Eastwood is up
Betty-
there. I don't know
Betty
which
White?
is
Yeah.
the Queen
Is
of
Clint
England. If you count her, she's like a fucking
No,
103
no,
or something
no.
stupid.
You don't count her, Tucker?
she's not as old.
Betty
She's
White
not a celebrity, I suppose.
Betty White is infinitely more like in pop culture than the Queen of England, right?
Queen of
I think
England's
that's
on
an
money.
American-centric viewpoint.
Over here.
Let's do a Google battle.
Yeah,
How do you do
I
a
mean,
Google
what
battle?
else matters? What are you telling me that the Brits matter?
No, what was that thing? Weren't you talking about it? Like you choose what's more popular?
Yeah, higher or lower.
Higher.
I would be willing to bet that. Yeah,
That I would bet that Queen Elizabeth outweighs Betty White.
right.
In the
but,
Googling?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but I mean, I thought we were talking about.
In age.
You're right. Yeah, in Google. Oh, is age the thing? I think Betty White loses.
I don't know. We're all
Betty
mixed
White
up
is
now.
Betty White is not 100 plus.
No, Betty
She's like
White's
90
99.
plus.
Betty
Yeah.
White's 99. The Queen is 94. So she's winning the age battle.
Wait, really? The Queen is only 94? I thought she was like 103.
You know what's crazy is the Queen is an old looking 94.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Betty White is a young 100.
A young, a cool, a still fuckable 100.
Oh, let's not go too far. I think
I don't know. I mean,
I
where
could
do you
fuck
put
her to
where do you
death.
put the upper end on your Tinder? I go to 102. You know, just to be sure.
slide that bitch to 40.
Yeah, I slide my
right.
Tinder scales 50 to 75.
Queen Elizabeth is beating Betty White by quite a bit on Google search popularity.
Well, yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah, but do that same
One
test.
runs a
and-
country and the other one is like
Check
A
the
golden
results
girl.
of Google from 1951. And then you'll see the true trend of her heyday. Can you imagine like being so old and in the same industry that it's like you have credits from the 30s?
that's fucked up. All right. Imagine, we're old, right? Like we are old. However, we're only at the oldest 10 years, a decade. Well, I mean, 13 years if you really wanted to stretch it, right? 13 years, but we don't have the same like Betty White was relevant the whole time.
For 80 years.
Like 80 years. It's just Betty fucking White. Like I'm here still. Like she's really
Yeah, I'm still
solidified
here.
herself as like one of those iconic.
I love that meme where like someone tweeted like young man goes on shooting spree at local high school and someone just replies with a picture of Betty White.
What?
Why?
Bet he white.
Oh,
Jesus.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That one's good. Yeah.
Damn
that
it, well, I
one's
can't use
good.
it. I can't. I mean, I bet that one's
one-
pretty popular now.
Yeah.
And
I won a bet, by the way.
Which one did you win?
I had Alexander something Navalny, the Russian dude, in the death pool.
Ah, that's true. We also have a death pool here where we each pick, I think, 3, maybe 5 people who there are some rules. We can't pick people older than 60 years old, I believe, because that's
It's no
they're
fun
getting
when
there.
people
Cheated.
pick like Feinstein 4 days before she died.
It might be younger than that. It might be 40 or 50. Like it's young. So
Yeah.
we wanted the death pool thing to definitely not be natural causes. We wanted you to pick like an occurrence. So that way
wow.
wonderful, my man.
Wow,
So-
well done. Thank you.
Can I just say, I love my list. All right. I thought I knocked this out of the park. I picked a lot of unhealthy fat people and, frankly, African Americans because they suffer from a lot of diseases that others don't. And also their health care is, on average, not
Like
that
gunshot wounds.
great. That's how I won the death pool, by the way, with DMX.
Taylor, come on. Like what?
I took some high risk, high reward ones. At the time, Ben Affleck was looking sad in a lot of photos. I thought I thought that might pan out for me. It did not. Lil Wayne is a genuinely very good guess. He was in the news at the time we guessed this for like fucking up with lean again, which kills you. Alex Jones was in his reddest phase. Travis Pastrana, he is a risk taker, and he's getting older, and that's when like the Houdini kind of guys tend to go. Jonah Hill at the time, I don't like that Jonah Hill is thin in this photo. He was monstrously fat at the time that I picked him. And then Jorge Garcia might be dead, and it could have slipped under the radar. I have no idea.
Pete Davidson, he has those bags under his eyes. I always think he's on drugs. I forget why I chose Kanye. Alex Honnold, do I need to say anything more? He's that guy that's free climber on
El Capitan.
Thank you. That's what I'm going for. And he's just freaking hanging from rocks on the edge of death all the time. Chris Brown was going through some sort of like pedo rape trials. And I was like, he might just, but Alexei Navalny. You'll have to, what else do I say?
That's a good pick. Like as we should, I wonder.
I colluded with Putin to win the death pool.
I knew it.
You're really falling behind here, Taylor. None of your chosen celebrities have died yet.
Well, I think the rules are when the first person dies, we have to repick.
If that were true, we would have repicked by now because I picked.
Oh yeah, because we're very stringent with this stuff.
Oh, you just said. You're like, the rules are this. Well, that already happened and we didn't do it. Well, those aren't the rules at all.
No, I was saying because we don't follow we set up death pools.
He's trying to get at paying me $5.
I think so too.
That's 100% what's happening.
Do we owe Woody money now?
You both owe me $5.
Oh, okay.
And you might owe me 10 now, Kyle.
Rats.
I would owe you 15 now, I believe.
Oh, really?
Lil Wayne, come on.
I'm keeping track. I want the PayPal. I don't want to send you $5 and you to get $4.85 like you've been doing people. Woody pays bets $5 at a time, and you'll get $4.85 fucking cents. And it's like, God damn it, you couldn't eat the 15 cents. just let a few pile up before you send me the
It doesn't tell me what your fee is. I don't know what I gave you $5.
I'm just speaking up for the poor patrons who don't have business PayPal accounts for some reason.
Love it.
So, have we done a death pool in a while?
We're still on.
I think Woody won the last
I
one.
won
Does that sound right?
something. Yeah, I think it was the guy that was running against Putin for president.
Navalny or
Like
something.
Yeah.
So
Zach has a list. I think you got 2 though. No, you got 1 and Kyle got 1. I don't know. Kyle got some rapper.
The rapper.
And you got the Russian guy. I don't know who died first, so who technically won. None of my guys.
Mine died first. But what we do every time is we just give that person another one. You know, we let them replace their pick. So whenever Woody won,
well done. All right.
Oh, that's probably the most updated one.
This is super out of date. I want to switch out some people.
I think we already did switch out, so I don't even think I have. I think I replaced DMX with somebody, but it was like last year. So, you want to?
I guess the rule was under 50 for this one.
I mean, honestly, I'd like to do a whole new death pool because Hunter Biden doesn't seem like a good pick anymore. Obviously,
yeah.
You know, they let him spill the beans. Now I want to say Diddy. I want Diddy.
Is Diddy?
He's under 50.
He's 54.
Fuck, looks good for 54.
Maybe we should do under 60. So you can look at Diddy.
We don't have
This
to
will
do
be
that.
a quick turnaround death pool because
That Diddy shit. I really hope that. First of all, it's a little telling that he's staying. I didn't know this at first. He's at the place where Epstein didn't kill himself. Like that's
really?
where they're holding him, and he's on suicide watch, just like Epstein was. So
Yeah.
it's like
That doesn't work that well.
He's
Doesn't it?
roommates with that that crypto guy. Did you know
with
that?
the crypto guy. I thought for sure you
way.
were going to say the like murder.
The jack cop. No, if they move that enormous cop in, we know exactly what's going to happen. But yeah, the Sam Bankman-Fried is Diddy's roommate.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Diddy's like, damn it, man! I was worth 1.2 bills, and he's like, first time.
Right?
Yeah. It's crazy to me that he got taken because I'm trying to put myself in his shoes, but also at the same time not making it a disgusting sex crime. I don't know. Let's say I'd embezzled, and I'd embezzled enough that they were going to take me down, but I've got $1.5 billion. Man, I'm figuring that out, right? Like I'm not going to court. I'm not going to court. I'd be talking to lawyers and extradition experts and someone from the United Nations, and then I'd need a contact with like the vice president of Bulgaria or wherever I'm going, and I'd hey, I want to invest heavily into the downtown community of your impoverished nation, non-extraditable status country, and I would be going there. And who cares if you lose 800 million doing it? You're not going to prison. Like if you got your properties.
Where do you put your money? Like, do Swiss bank accounts work like they work in the movies?
I think they do.
Did you learn about it in the movies? Because that's where I learned it.
Well, also like I think there's places in the Cayman Islands or somewhere right there where like the United States can't come and yoink that money. But one way or another, I would consult with lawyers and experts about this. There have to be people who know, but I wouldn't go to court. There's no way they'd have gotten me if I'm Diddy. Like he was gone. Remember, it was like, "Where's Diddy?" And it was like, "He's on an island somewhere where they can't get him." Smart. And then they pick him up in Brooklyn. And it's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I think that they had told him. I don't think I've read this, but I think what they told him is if you turn yourself in, we'll give you bond. You'll be out anyway, and maybe this all goes away anyway. Who knows? But if you flee, then you're a fugitive from the United States now. You can never return. You'll never see your wives, your children, et cetera, et cetera. You're not going to be Diddy anymore. And he was like, yeah, all right, I'll turn myself in. I'll get bond. And it'll be 2-3 years from now before this goes. And maybe in the meantime, I can bribe people. I can pay people to hush. But instead, they're like, nah, we're hanging on to you. We're not letting you out. You're a flight risk. And he's in that hellhole. That place apparently sucks. It's real bad.
Well, compared to what he's used to.
Well, no, there were like they said there are 3 federal judges who refuse to send prisoners there in the New York area. That they won't send the prisoners there.
This is based on nothing. I just feel like P. Diddy's in the good part of that neighborhood.